Good afternoon. I hope that you're feeling blessed and highly favored on today. You tapped into another episode of Just Trill Talks, and today on the menu we have DJ Akademiks and Sharp from No Jumper going head up. Now, the clip that we're about to watch is from it was chopped up by a dude, I think street politician, something like that. Shouts out to you because both Academics live that was like 59 minutes, and then Sharp he had two different interviews where he was going in and stopping and pausing about another hour, man. So I wanted to get y'all the condensed version, and Brody did an excellent job of slicing it down the main parts of what I actually wanted to get into. So shouts out to you, brother. I had to go ahead and use you, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time we still gonna big you up too. You know what I mean? Shouts out to you. But the biggest thing, um, for one, before I get into the clip, man, let me go ahead and serve y'all a little intro of my take on it, so I don't really got to stop like that. But as far as DJ Academics, man, very talented individual. When it comes down to content, that's where his ego is at. You know what I mean? He really did create a lane for a lot of individuals to jump into. You know what I mean? He really kind of the godfather of all this. I knew he was down to a genius when I first saw him covering the war in Chirac, because that's how I was even exposed to him when he was using the memes with Chief Keef. I'm like, damn, that shit funny as hell. And then the method that he was using, of course, satire. I'm like, bro, this man, he's smart. Like, you know what I mean? I know he just ain't pop up out the blue and just start doing stuff. I knew he had some level or some form of intelligence to where he knew what he was doing. Like, it was a method to the madness, even though black folks, they wasn't understanding it at the time. They was trying to hit with him and beef with him and stuff, and he not even that type of guy. But all through the years, he's let it be known that he's the president of the Pussy Nigga Association. So he's let it be known that he's not like that. But recently, Academics has now became the liaison or the bridge or the primary spokesperson for all things urban, so to speak. He covered the Tory Lanez trial. He had, inside coverage on that as if he was CNN coverage, reminiscent of how CNN was covering the O.J. Simpson trial. It was very like he had folks tapping in, 30, 40,000 people tapping in every night to hear what he had to say. All the popping rappers, he's almost like the gatekeeper. If you want any type of interview or leverage, he really has the ability to make or break careers when it comes down to the music industry. So he's really created himself a hell of a lane. But he's still a lane, and so oftentimes, despite all the success that he's having, despite everything that he is, he still has that ego. And what do we learn from this channel? The ego is false. Arrogance is false. It's always wrapped up or tied up into something. If he was to lose this position, he would not be it. He would not be popping that thing or talking shit to nobody. He would just be a little Academics, whatever his real name is. But the reason we know this is because two things. And it always surprised me, and I'm glad he actually got into it with Sharp, because Sharp understands what triggers little dudes like Academics, So they kind of got into it, and Academics got on Sharp too now, which we're going to get into. He's an employee, get back to work, you work for a white man, this, that, and the third. He really got on Sharp. But the two things that triggers Academics is, for one, if you ever want to see Academics trigger, go back to that Fresh and Fit podcast, to where him and that girl was going back and forth. He was on the drink, and she told him, yeah, it's all good. You keep on going back to money, but that doesn't mean anything. When she took away that money from him, because that's the first thing he go through, like his partner 6ix9ine. Oh, I'm a snitch. It's all good, but I'm still having money. Oh, girl, your man ain't gonna never be nothing like me. I'm having money. That's the first thing these tricks go to. You know what I mean? So, but they understand that they're being excessive, that they're overcompensating. They feel that money makes up for the areas that they're weak in, which it doesn't. Only to certain people, certain women especially. But when you stack up your characteristics to that of a real man, oftentimes it takes you back to that childhood where you was getting picked on, where you still just a little fat boy now. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know that these are insecurities that Academics has, and it creeps out despite him talking all this shit, despite him acting like he got this big old bravado, big ego, this, that, and the third. I understand that you're just a little dude at heart, you know what I mean? That's happy that you're being accepted, you know? And so, as far as with that, I can tell that you've never really been popping. Women have taken advantage of you your whole life. And it comes out in these stories that you tell. But getting back on topic, the primary one where he was triggered is when that girl on the Fashion Fit podcast say, "What don't nobody care nothing about you? Like, you having money? You can't even see your dick when you look down, fat motherfucker." Like, you know what I mean? She said, I'm paraphrasing, but she said it in the words, well, that man got heated. You know what I mean? Because that was his insecurity. Boy, you know you got the energy or the spirit of a cuckold. You know what I mean? You know that you a little fat dude, man, that women would not be, you not the lady's choice to be picked, like, to just have free sex with you. Like, oh my God, this pussy getting wet for a DJ Akademiks. No, son, it's not working out that way. You know what I mean? So that's going to always trigger him. And then we know he's a sucker because, and Sharp is the first one to ever bring this up. He put Selena Powell in the game, a woman that he knew was obviously lying on a married man at the time. You know what I mean? She talking about she having this man baby. He done gave her a whole live platform. You know what I mean? To spew some foolishness. And he called himself a media outlet. He fancies himself a media outlet and prides himself on bringing truthful content out and being fair in the media. He's so suckered out, he's so clowned out that he gave a woman that he was in love with the chance to come on here and spew all type of lies just to make her popping and relevant. Straight sucker, you know what I mean? So he's, in my opinion, he will never be qualified to speak on anything women related. Maybe to the chat niggas, the associates of the Pussy Nigga Association, this, that, and the third, all these goofies. But somebody with some real game, they understand that DJ Akademiks is not it. But that's why I came on telling you all the good about him before I get to this. Because we is not hating on DJ Akademiks on this channel. But someone thinks that they're qualified to speak in every lane just because you got another lane on lock. You know what I mean? And folks is actually going for this because he is the media outlet, much like a magazine owner, or things to this effect, or someone that's presiding over a major media outlet. His voice is kind of large at this point, so it's like with him saying certain things, it's kind of misguiding the youth. And he's always speaking on rappers. He has a vendetta against rappers who used to bully him and pick on him and things like this. And so he oftentimes disguises it if he's doing something for the culture by exposing them as being weak, which in essence is a good thing because a lot of them be false flagging. But at the same time, he protects the biggest rat, one of the people who's one of the biggest pipers when it comes down to this persona of being a gangster, and that's Tekashi 6ix9ine, one of the biggest rodents in the history of rap. He protects him because that's his friend. He doesn't say anything about 6ix9ine misguiding the youth and how all these people in Bronx now who fall under the flag of drill music, which they bit from Chicago, all of them look like 6ix9ine. I don't keep up with that foolishness. All of them white boys, Mexicans, Latinos, little mixed dudes running around acting like 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? Doing it. You know what I mean? It's just weird. But he says nothing about the influence that Tekashi 6ix9ine has had when he's talking about Young Thug and them ain't this, that, and the third, how they ain't gonna say nothing to Fonnie Willis, and he talking about Lil Baby. Well, your partner's gangster has already been tested and he folded. You don't say nothing about this, you know what I mean? So it's just real kind of, it's real one-sided, and he's very biased, and this takes a lot oftentimes. If he likes you, you good, but if he don't, and then it's bad for you as far as his platform goes. But I guess he has the right to do that at the end of the day. But now that that's been said, man, let me go ahead and get into the video, man, so y'all can kind of hear the back and forth what him and Sharp was talking about.
I take care of my business.
I like that one. I like that one. Yo, let me tell you this. This is how I ruined Rory and Millie Moore. This is how I broke up their podcast. You know I did that? And matter of fact, I was gonna get good at me. I'm just telling you, okay? So again, I know you don't want to say we I ain't no employee. We partners. Google AdSense don't pay you, brother. Okay. It goes to app.
And you can tell DJ Akademiks was trying to be divisive the whole time. That's just one of the things that I hate about lame niggas, man. They always trying to do the little sneak attack and use intellect against people, trying to play each other against each other and try to do the whole divide and conquer tactic. You know what I mean? I think that's something he's been sought out to do. You just heard him say he did it with Rory and Maul, and then now he's setting out to do that against No Jumper, really just trying to destroy him, which I don't really rock with No Jumper like that no way, so I ain't hating on what he doing, but it's just bogus that he coming at them like that, very passive aggressively. But Sharp got a little game about himself, so he combating it like, son, you don't run nothing, stop it. You know what I mean? So I like what Sharp trying to do in this particular case, but here we go with Akademiks.
Along with the porn earnings, he chops it up how he wants, and then he says, all right, this is your little
passive aggressive
shillings right there, brother. I'm just keeping it a big, all right? And by the way, me addressing it like this is exactly why I'm confused why he says passive aggressive. Passive aggressive is someone who doesn't want to come off across like he's meaning to address something directly. Passive aggressive to me means indirect. I am directly talking to you. You see, this is why I like, you know what I mean? I love when I talk to y'all little extra gang-banging street niggas. Brother, y'all wasn't getting no money like that, bro. You wouldn't be doing content online. Yo, this is a nigga I know now who I've been in a bunch of clubs with that nigga. I don't see the nigga on social media at all. He don't make a YouTube. He don't even have an Instagram. But when he go up in there, he spend 50,000, nigga. If I spend 15, he spend 50. That nigga pocket it up. That's because he's really getting money. You got away with some words. I ain't gonna lie to you at times, but brother, you're not kicking nothing. like,
and that's another thing, man. DJ Akademiks, he know he envy this pimping. He know that, man. So he study folks like Sharp. He study folks like, to him, in his mind, which he said before, he think Andrew Tate is a pimp. You know what I mean? Andrew Tate came out his mouth and said he studied real pimps before. You know what I mean? And that's where he kind of got the idea of doing his whole little webcam service. So all these folks who thinking they have some game about themselves is stealing from pimping. You know what I mean? So it's just whack, man. To hear how they dilute certain shit, man, and try to speak about it out their little trick mouth and they little trick mind. It's aggravating, man, and it'll really get on your nerves. But talking about, oh, you got away with words, this, that, and the third, but then I turn around and try to bash them. Oh, you're talking like it's 1976. Women don't need you anymore. They got a thing called Only Page. This little trick don't even know what it is a pimp do, man. He just only know what he seen Andrew Tate talk about and what's going on in movies and shit like that. That's the only thing DJ Akademiks know. So shut your trick ass up. Man, back to the video, though. I just had to say that one.
I don't know what are you trying to say. Who am I? Brother, claim to fame is manipulating women.
Here you
Your
go.
claim to fame is these mugshots that accumulated from you doing that. What are you talking about? Brother, who are you? What type of man are you? Where's your morals? Where's your soul?
Now he talking about morals.
Where's your apologies to all these women that you misled?
Hey, Adam
This
tweeted
ain't
to
comfy,
DJ
brother.
Akademiks.
You sat on the couch talking to another nigga like 3 lost niggas couch. Oh no, you ain't doing it the right way. Like, come on, brother. There's charges getting handed out. Y'all niggas sat up on a public platform talking about crime.
For myself to stay podcasting. Nigga, I just stay podcasting, bro. But Selena knew when nigga real with me. She even said, yeah, it smell good, nigga. It smell good when she around me, nigga. Why you think she want to be in my face?
Yes,
I
indeed.
charged you to be in her face, nigga. When you want to yell, yeah, you probably owe 20,000 to the ransom, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. For real. Had action on that bitch that you loved. How did I turn down? I turned down. It's on camera, and nigga, even Selena Powell knows it. I don't know what you called her. But I know what you was doing. And that ain't no regular nigga shit. Ask. You try to I see what you do, my nigga, like in this whole mixture. Like, you even said it like, this is the same type of situation when I broke up such and such. That's what you want to do. You want to break up No Jumper, nigga. You ain't break up the case, right? If anybody's going to break up No Jumper will break up itself. It will never be because of measly ass, smelly beard ass niggas like Akademiks. And that's facts. Hate to bust and pop that nigga's balloon. Church number look.
Yo, it's Big
All right.
Spokesman, man.
All right. And of course, Akademiks, he ain't no pushover when it comes to the roasting, man. So he got back on sharp look, on sharp bumper, man. As far as laughing at him about church, and he's talking about how his slick back ain't really hitting like that no more, man. He say he remind him of Terrence Howard from It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp. He trying to pay the money for the rent. Hey, he was going in now. You know what I mean? So we can't just say like that Academics they got no ability to roast. But in this particular lane, it's just one sided because he got the chat niggas on lock, man. You feel me? And so, but all these is chronic masturbators and shit like that, man. Who don't know nothing about this ism, what it is a pimp do. You know what I mean? All this type of foolishness, man. So I just thought in this particular case, it was funny to me that Sharp is the first person that it actually clicked in their mind that, hold on, this is a trick that's speaking. But it takes somebody with some game to even identify something like that. Like, son, shut your ass up. You was getting charged. Gave this lame ass woman that a real nigga denied. You know what I mean? Went on ahead and gave her a platform, made her pop and this, that, and the third, and you still probably got charged. You buying no goddamn whips and Range Rovers and shit like that, son, you was a goofy. You know what I mean? So just stay in your little lane. But, it was a good back and forth, man. I just wanted to speak on that really quickly and give my take on it. But, let me know who y'all think kind of won this little bitty roasting right here, man. And, of course, definitely chime in the comments, man, and definitely like and subscribe to my shit, man, because we really putting it down over here, man. You're going to get an interesting perspective that you can't get from nobody else, you dig? But until next time, certainly, everybody, be blessed. One.